even though I'm 2.5 hours away, I can feel that I'm part of a church, that I'm going to church, even though it's online.
That there are other Christians out there like us that are social justice minded and are wanting to be like Jesus and wanting to be affirming, and it's kind of given us some hope that the church in America isn't all completely jacked up.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone in my ideas of inclusion for all people and its importance. I'm not alone as I'm not the only person that struggles accepting service myself.
One of the things that I've learned the most is how my thinking in the past regarding affirming denominations and same-sex relationships and things like that have been skewed. How I was taught and how I was raised wasn't necessarily the best option or the smartest or even biblical.
That there is a Christian community out there that is waiting with open arms to meet people where they are.
While I've been here at Open Table, I've learned that there's room for everyone, regardless.
That's hard to pinpoint what I want to learn, because I feel like I just want to experience Christ and then follow that to learn whatever needs to be learned.
That God made everyone in his image, no matter who you love, no matter what color your skin is, no matter what your background is, you are welcome and there's a seat at the table for you.
I've learned that freedom to worship God in the way I've always wanted to is even better than I expected. I've learned that there are way more people who are yearning for this too, and I have learned that God's Spirit speaks through us more ways than we can ever imagine. And I have learned to look for good fruit.
We've learned at the Open Table that we have amazing friends that love us for us.
That our love can be a sacrifice, and how we have to make sacrifices for that.
We've learned acceptance of others, acceptance of each other. We've really learned how to deal with my gender issues between the two of us, actually. It's been a great facilitator.
I'm learning more and more about just finding my voice and speaking out for people who can't speak for themselves.
What I've experienced is hope that I was ready to burn the entire evangelical church down, quite frankly. And there's hope that we can reform it and make it inclusive for everybody. That's what I've learned. And
I guess one of the things that I've learned is just the need to question agencies and organizations that I'm a part of, and making sure that the mission that they have aligns with things that I want to walk along with in life.
And I've learned a lot of things over these last few weeks and months, but what I've really enjoyed probably most, that I've done my most learning, is through reading the book that was recommended, and that is God and the Gay Christian. I was really happy to have a resource that thoroughly explained the history and the verses in the Bible, and it has really changed and broadened my view. Definitely has brought up even more questions, but that's a good thing.
I have learned that I am not so alone. I mean, of course I was raised that way, so there are some people like that, but being raised in a church, I always felt kind of like I was alone. There weren't so many people who believed like that in such an openly accepting way. And I am finding such excitement to be connected with so many people who feel the same. there's just so much love.
So far I've learned more about how to accept others, even though I can't relate, based on gender identity, dating preference, the color of my skin, or my abilities. I've also learned that there's a lot of people like me that don't want to be against others and want to openly accept others.
I have learned that this is a safe place to show up and be open about yourself. I've learned that I am loved and wanted and a gift to the community. I have learned that I am seen as equal and that the spiritual fruit here is incredible when we're all seen as equal.
Well, I've learned that there are so many people who need a community like ours. I've learned that faithful people come in all shapes and sizes, all different backgrounds, all different histories, and that is exciting to me.
What I have learned so far is that I am in a place that everyone is loved and everyone is accepted.
I have learned what it feels like to be able to bring your full self to church without fear of condemnation or judgment about my changing beliefs in what the Bible actually says about certain things. And it's been really freeing and very comforting to know that there are other people that feel the same way.
Most of all is love, and we are all God's children, regardless of race, religion, gender. We all fall down every day and just hoping for a better world for everyone with understanding.
I've learned that everybody is more accepted at Open Table than the last church I was at.
That's very true.
And I like it.
How perfectly our hearts are made for love. You are love and love alone. You are love and love alone. You are love and love alone. You are.
Some of the ideas, some of the thoughts that I had, some of the questions, the doubts, I guess evangelicalism and just church and faith and Christianity, life. I thought I was kind of the only one for a long time. It seems like there's a lot of people with those same questions and same thoughts and same feelings.
That God's kingdom is so much bigger than so many of us were ever taught or led to believe. I think our scope of what we thought the kingdom of God was so much smaller than what it actually is. And so God is showing us it's so much bigger. There is so many more places at the table than what we even realized. And again, we are going to continue to work and fight for the fact that we want this table to be open to everybody. And again, not even open, but a just and equitable place to everybody. But that's what God has shown me, that it is so much bigger, and we are allowed to find him in places that maybe we never thought we were allowed to find him in before.